slept ever that I can remember. I've dealt with a lot of anxiety, nervousness, depression type issues my whole life. And so I find that I can lay down and in just moments I'm asleep. It feels like I'm eating a Jolly Rancher candy while I go to sleep. I started sleeping through the night.
If you have trouble falling asleep or sleeping through the night, now you can experience the best sleep of your life with Sleep Sense from Common Sense Wellness Worldwide. Go to WJZDRadioDetroit.com and click on the sleep banner. That's WJZDRadioDetroit.com. Click on the sleep banner and enjoy the best sleep of your life.
On November 2nd, you need to vote. Don't vote on what you've heard. Vote on a proven track record of success, leadership, and integrity. Since 2005, Janice Winfrey has served as Detroit City Clerk with the strength and dedication that has made our city proud. She's innovative, smart, a proven leader. On November 2nd, you need to vote. Make the right choice. Make the best choice. Vote for Janice Winfrey for City Clerk.
You've heard, now listen. WJZD Radio, Detroit.com.
And this is the Rise and Grind Morning Show, Motivational Monday, with your man, Don Allen. Time to get up off that bed, get your coffee, get your mask, get your sanitizer, get dressed, get fed, and get on your way. You've got to hit the clock. You know you do. And I'm going to be right there with you, getting you there safe and sound. Drive carefully out there. You know you got to drive carefully out there because people are driving stupid. Yeah, they are. It is what it is. It's going to be close to 80 degrees in Detroit today in the middle of October. But no, global warming isn't real. You know, it always gets to be 80 degrees in the middle of October, right before Halloween in Detroit. I don't think so. As you can hear, I might sound a little nasal. I might be catching a cold. We know what it ain't that I'm catching. I am going to do my very best to stay healthy, and I hope you are too. I've been taking my vitamins. I've been wearing my mask, and I don't go. Well, I've been in and out of town, but you know, these are necessities that I have to do. I hope you're going to make it a great day on purpose. You're going to be better than you were yesterday because you were the bomb yesterday, and you're going to be better than that. Whoa. I applaud you. Got to say hello. I'm going to be saying hello to a lot of people today. There were so many wonderful people we met at the Fall Fest at All Saints Church over on the west side, northwest side of Detroit over the weekend. It was a Fall Fest bazaar marketplace where you can go buy all sorts of goods and services and clothes and toys. And we met a whole bunch of wonderful people out there. So I'm going to be saying hello to each and every one of them. I promised them that I would say hello to them. And I'm going to keep my word, being the man of my word. Good morning to my cousin, Janice Winfrey, who will be running for city clerk again successfully. As we say good morning to my buddy Dan over in Miami. Also, Big Chico and G-Hen is with us this morning. Got to say what's up to him as well. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, or grab yourself some coffee as you get dressed because we get ready to do some things. We got some great music on the way. Right now, you've got a classic from Jan Ackerman. It's called Streetwalker. And I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit. I do that on purpose. A lot of people say, well, why do you turn the music down so low? It's because the good people over at Facebook always shut you down, okay? Good morning, cuz. Yes, get your coffee. I've got my tea this morning. I'm not sure if you guys are listening or watching. You can watch us on the WJZDRadioDetroit.com website. Just go to the website and click on live streaming and scroll down and you'll see me. Click on the picture and I begin to talk to you. Yeah, you and you and you and you. Uh-huh. This is how we start our Mondays. Every Monday I get here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I get here an hour early, but I don't go on camera until 9. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we do go live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Mixcloud and on the website just to help you get your day started on the right note musically. And then we have great conversation about a variety of things. For those of you who are just joining us for the first time, just want to give you a refresher course on what's happening with our radio station. We have grown by leaps and bounds. I am so pleased to announce that we are at around 324,000 listeners, most of which are in southeastern Michigan. Couldn't have done it without the great team of professionals that we have working with us. We have come on, man. Not right now. Check. There it is. Couldn't have done it without a great team of professionals that we do have working with us. We got Booty. We have Kyle Lamont, Vannies, O'Neill Stevens, Gene Edwards, and let's see, we also have Steve Out Cold Tucker. He has the midday mix. Mauricio D'Annunzio, DJ, a very talented DJ from Italy. He will be in at 6 p.m. with the Jazz House Mix at 6. DJ Mellow Mike comes in at 8 p.m. and he smooths things out with the Master Suite. Why go to a sweaty hotel with that other guy when you can get into your very own Master Suite at 8 p.m. tonight? G-Hen has G-Hen After Dark. Vannies takes care of you at midnight. Check, yeah. J-Square has you at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we do it time after time after time. We also have a wonderful show with a great host, Tanya Michelle. It's called The Artist Spotlight, and she interviews all of your local jazz and R&B artists, because we love Detroit. We want to highlight this city. We're going to show the world what we can do right here in the Motor City. Motown ain't the only. Yeah, Motown is not the only thing we're famous for. The Bad Boys are not the only thing we're famous for. Cars are not the only thing we're famous for. We have a lot of great talent, and we are going to put it on display right here on WJZDRadioDetroit.com. So we want you to strap yourselves in. It's going to get gooder. What's up, Marathon? I promise you I will. I got to get out and get a new mic. Check it. There we go. Yeah. I knew it was something I was supposed to get out and do. I was supposed to go out and buy a new mic cord. You know, so let me see if I can adjust this thing a little bit so I don't have to. Okay, yeah, there it is. All this new great talent in the Motor City, and we are going to put it all on display. And let's see, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk, once again, I'm going to give shout out to all of the vendors that were at All Saints Church on West 7 Mile and Birchcrest. I promised them I would say hello to each and every one of them, so we're going to do that. We're also going to talk about, is it just me, or does it seem like COVID is getting blamed for everything? You know, and we're going to give you more information on that in just a little bit. I thought it was kind of bizarre, you know. Yeah, but we want to know, why are people using COVID as an excuse for everything? We running out of gas at the gas station, blame COVID. You know, I mean, I went to a restaurant. They didn't have an item on their on their menu they normally would have, and they didn't have it, and they blamed it on COVID. You know, I thought that was kind of profound. Yeah, apparently COVID is affecting prime cuts of meat. Okay, and then we're going to talk about those people who are not tech savvy, who do not know how to find us on the internet or on their phones or anything. We're going to talk about them to help them out. Yeah, we're going to see what we can do to help them out. Because there are so many people still coming to me asking me about, well, where are we on the dial? Ain't no damn dial. This is the new millennium, you know. I remember. Got to get me a new mic cord. This is getting on my nerves. I remember back when, and my cousin will attest to this, and Carolyn and Marathon, y'all can attest to this as well. You can remember when you just had AM radio, right? And then when FM came in, it was like, it'll never catch on. But it sounded better. So everybody started going over to FM radio. And now we have internet radio. And that's what we are doing now. We can I don't want to cuss. But now you can stream all over the world. In fact, we do have listeners in Germany, in Paris, and in Japan. And got to say what's up to my people in Japan. Incidentally, got to say, Wasabi Corey, what's going on? And good morning to you, my brother. Got to say, man. Two. There we go. We're back. Got to send mad shouts out to my man who has been spreading the word about us down in Colombia. Mr. Andres Fierro, he is one of our DJs for Saturday night on the Saturday Night Mix. If you're a house head, join us Saturday night because we turn up. Those guys, we got DJs from around the world. We've got DJs from Italy, from France, from Africa, from Colombia. And the people from Colombia, we got to get down there. Corey and Marathon. Can you hear me? There you go. Pack your bags. We're going to Colombia because we got a party up. They have a good time down there. Of course, we're going to have to stay in the public section of town. Anywhere else you go down there, you might not come back. Anyway, mad shouts out to Andreas Fierro and all of the good people down there checking us out each and every day, 24 hours a day. And they are on the same timeline that we're on, so it is 8 o'clock there as well. I told him I was going to send him some shout outs today and all week. You will hear. Hello. You'll hear me talking about the people down in Colombia. I got to go and get a mic cord. Okay. Main topic for today. We'll get to that a little later. It's getting on my damn nerves. Here we go. I know that my cousin is going to want to chime in on this one because, see, we grew up in the same era. All right, you know, I just tell you what. I'm gonna give you guys a teaser. Does whipping a child, spanking a child, does that help the child out? Darn thing. There it is. Because I have an interesting story. Check. Second, I heard it. There it is, right there. How about now? There's an interesting story I want to share with you guys, and you've got to hear it. It was unbelievable to me, and the response. After I tell you the story a little later on, the response from what happened was what intrigued me. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about empathy, something I heard on the Dave Chappelle concert series, The Closer. He said something quite profound. I want to share it with you guys. You know, this might clear up a lot of nonsense that's been going on out there. So get your coffee, get your breakfast. Got to get your breakfast on. Get your vitamins because it's nasty out there. Get your mask. Do not go anywhere without your mask. Otherwise, you start feeling bad, okay? So, and get ready because we got all of your favorite music coming up. We've got more music from another local Detroiter, Keith Bubby Webb. Also going to hear some Boney James, Rick Braun. 1104. We're going to talk about them too. They're my boys. They came by the Fall Fest as well. Pleasure to meet up with them. Anderson Paak, Jeff Lorber, and Terry Tuck, Spyro Gyra. And I got some classic from Color Me Bad on the way as well. Want you to stick around. Moanin' Janae, how you doing? I was just rambling on till you got here. You know that. You're in the office today. Well, you know, you got to, those plexiglass sheets don't really help, according to experts. So keep your mask on when you're in the office, Janae. Because Janae is like our rock, our foundation. She will always be there. Got to say good morning to the boss lady. She's always by my side, somewhere nearby. And so you got to say what's up to her. And this mic is really getting on my damn nerve. Guitar Center, you'll see me today. If you'll never see me no more, you'll see me today. You know. Oh, wait a minute. Election that is coming up. Yeah, we have to talk about the election coming up. Um, and here in Detroit, I mean, I'm sure there are other elections going on, but my biggest concern, yeah, we got to keep our. Let me see. Let me share this. Here comes Janae with some information. I always got to share Janae's stuff. We got to keep our mask on. There are only about 15 to 20 of you. And how many people are normally in your office? How many people are normally in your office, Janae? And it's Corey. He's saying good morning to everybody. Is it Carolyn? There's my little sister. What's going on, Carolyn? How you doing? Marathon's with us. I already said that. And now is that the real count? 15 or 20 of you in there anyway, or are there more and only? Oh, there are 80. Whoa! Now see, this is a COVID. I think my microphone cord has COVID because it's fading fast. Janae says there are 80 or so people in her office. I'm nerd. Check it out. Here we go. So there are 80 or so people there, but only 15 to 20 of them are in the office right now. So COVID is getting blamed for a lot of stuff. Now, understandably, if you're in an office complex, yeah, if you don't. Check. Okay. I got it in another mic line, so let's try that one for a little while. I'll get a new cord later on today. But if your normal numbers are way up there and you're cut down to almost less than half of your normal staffing, Janae said, I work at the parole office. But damn. I work at the parole office. I think the total staff is about 100, but some positions don't require them to be at this particular office. Understood. Wow. And there are about 100 people and only 15 and 20 are there. So you guys can spread out real good. A lot of people don't have that option. I do work another job. I work for Homeland Security out at the airport, and it is virtually impossible for us to spread out like that, but to be honest, people ask me, what is my job? Our job is to look for guns, bombs, and, knives, things that shouldn't be on planes. That's what we do, and so, yeah. And I train the officers as well. So it's challenging when you got to pat somebody down to do that. But you guys have to be careful out there. This thing is real. It is real. We have lost far too many good people, okay? So I want you guys to be sure and be safe out there. Wear your masks. Oh, this one's acting up too. It's the cord. Wear your masks. Hand sanitizer. At least 3 to 4 feet away from each other. Y'all ain't got to shake hands. Just wave. If you ain't blind, you can see that, right? Okay. Let's go back to our list and what we did over the weekend. First things first, gotta open up the show by saying hello and send a lot of love out to all the vendors that were at the Fall Fest in Detroit at the All Saints Church on 7 Mount Birchcrest. This past Saturday, we had a great time, and now we're looking forward to doing that and so many more of them again, because it was just a great event. The weather was wonderful. A lot of people came out, and I hope a lot of the vendors made some money, selling all of their wares. They had toys and clothes and, jewelry and home furnishing and a lot of health food, which was impressive to me. I tasted organic cookies and cake and some vegan chili that was off the charts. It was delicious. Gotta say shouts out to the Wisdom Institute, Penny Love Fitness. She had a Zumba dance demonstration, and she's over at Northwest Activity Center. Weddings done by Rhonda and her number is 313-570-4155. Love Raw Juice. Now, this is where I got the vegan chili. It was delicious. It had Brussels sprouts in it and all sorts of stuff. You didn't even miss the meat. And that's deep because I'm a meat person, So it was delicious. Got to thank those guys at Love Raw Juice. That's James Spence. And let's see. Butterfly Bling and Collections. That's Tamika Warren was there. I hope I get this name right. Sahaja Foods. Healthy and nutritious. That's delicious. And that's, I guess it's Delilah Sims. 248-345-6620. And we'll let you know who else was there at the Fall Fest in just a few. So I want you to get your coffee, get your stuff together, because I know it's Monday morning. Everybody's either on their way to work or getting ready to go to work or already at work. We want to thank all 324,000 of you. It's beautiful when you guys tune in and check us out. Man, shouts out to Foodie last night. He did the damn thing. I mean, half of the country in the United States was listening to Foodie last night. If you weren't one of them, you was listening to the wrong damn thing. Okay? So let's talk. Also, I want to talk about the fight. I missed the fight, unfortunately. I had a previous engagement. I had to go attend. So I missed the fight. Corey told me that he saw it, and unfortunately, not unfortunate for me, the young man who lost last time lost again. But I understand there was a questionable count because he did knock the champion down, and instead of counting to 10, they counted to 15 or 20, and they let the fight go on. But that's the fight game, hey, there are phantom punches and slow counts, and everybody's going to have their say-so in that, or their opinion on that. So what do you think about the fight? Did anybody see it? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I'm drinking tea this morning too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Did anybody see the fight? Okay. If you saw the fight, let me know. Was it exciting? Because fights haven't been the same since Mike Tyson, who incidentally, Mike Tyson was in Detroit over the weekend. We caught him out at the airport, and my man Tyrone got pictures with him. He shouted at me, and I'm like, I'll be damned. I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with more of your favorite music right after these words.
She's already been there. She knows the bands, the groups, the artists, and the singers. Now she's putting them in the spotlight. It's Tanya Michelle, the new host of the Artist Spotlight on WJZDRadioDetroit.com. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. All of your favorite artists, local, national, and international. Hear their stories in their own words on the Artist Spotlight with Tanya Michelle, only on WJZDRadioDetroit.com. At 411 Therapy, we provide the results you want and the care you deserve. Face it, injuries and accidents happen every day. When you're struggling to cope with injury and pain, visit the professional therapist at 411 Therapy in Southfield, Michigan. In many cases, physical therapists can improve your quality of life. Physical therapy is a type of rehabilitation designed to bring injured patients back to their optimal level of health. Common goals include improving physical function and movement, decreasing and or managing your pain, preventing re-injury, increasing your strength, endurance, and range of motion and flexibility through medical, chiropractic, occupational, and physical therapy. Get on the road to recovery. Call us at 248-996-9428. 411 Therapy. When it's time to get your mobility back and lessen your pain, remember 411 Therapy in Southfield, Michigan, 23265 Northwestern Highway. Call 248-996-9428. 411 Therapy.
Listen to what people are saying about Sleep Sense from Common Sense Wellness Worldwide.
That's my favorite product. I go to bed and I put it under my tongue, enjoy the taste, and boom, I'm gone within probably 10 minutes. And it's like all of a sudden it's morning and you wake up refreshed. It's probably the most incredible product I've ever experienced.
Sleep Sense is one of my favorite products I've ever taken in my life. The results are so immediate. The very first night I took it, I slept the best I've I've slept ever that I can remember. I've dealt with a lot of anxiety, nervousness, depression type issues my whole life. And so I find that I can lay down and in just moments I'm asleep. It feels like I'm eating a Jolly Rancher candy while I go to sleep. I started sleeping through the night.
If you have trouble falling asleep or sleeping through the night, now you can experience the best sleep of your life with Sleep Sense from Common Sense Wellness Worldwide. Go to WJZDRadioDetroit.com and click on the sleep banner. That's WJZDRadioDetroit.com. Click on the sleep banner and enjoy the best sleep of your life.
On November 2nd, you need to vote. Don't vote on what you've heard. Vote on a proven track record of success, leadership, and integrity. Since 2005, Janice Winfrey has served as Detroit City Clerk with the strength and dedication that has made our city proud. She's innovative, smart, a proven leader. On November 2nd, you need to vote. Make the right choice. Make the best choice. Vote for Janice Winfrey for City Clerk.
Music your way.
WJZD
That's right.
Radio.
You better get out there and vote. You better get out there and vote. And this is 1104. A local Detroit group. Let me turn this down a little bit. They're a local Detroit group. These guys are doing big things. They will be performing this week at the Aretha Franklin Cafe in the Music Hall. And I think they're opening for Gwen Fox. Go and check these guys out. They are hot. You definitely want to check them out. I can't say enough about these guys. Where is this echo coming from? Is that gone now? Is the echo gone? I don't know. Am I echoing out there? Yeah, I am. I can hear it. Check 1, 2. Check, check, check. Let's see. To me. It's very seldom that you'll hear me not talking over a song, but I want you guys to hear this. Local Detroit talent. I love me some local Detroit talent. For all the ladies in the Motor City right now, all the angels that fly out of Motown each and every day, all of the angels get up and getting it done. This one's for you. The name of the group is 1104. These guys are hot. You better check them out. Get on top of this one. You don't want to miss them. I believe they're going to be on Spotify real soon. And you'll be able to pick up this brand new song of theirs. These guys are going places. I know that hate sounding cliche. I hate sounding cliche, but these guys are really going places. I was so impressed with them as gentlemen. And first of all, when you meet them, they look like bodybuilders, ladies, because these guys are ripped. I mean, they're like 6'2", 6'3", and they got that Wesley Snipes dark skin thing going on. And they are ripped. When they came up to me, I was like, uh-oh. I made somebody mad. So now I looked at their shirts and it said 1104 across their shirts. I felt, but this group, they're the nicest guys, God-fearing men. I love it. I love the positivity in the group. I love the song. Listen to how they're talking about a woman. Listen to that. See, this is what you're missing. You don't get this in that mainstream nonsense that mainstream radio is playing. You know, they want to call women the H word and the B word and all the, I pop bottles and I spend money, yada, yada, yada. You can't talk about a love song if you ain't never been in love, okay? If you can't sing about what you don't know, you know, so I guess what's good with the what you've been here, what you hear on this station. What's good about it is true. We will not play songs that are derogatory towards women. I'm not down with, to the window, to the wall. It's a nice party record, but this is a radio station. This is not a nightclub. So we are not going to do that. This is also a new young artist. His name is Anderson .Paak. If you haven't heard Anderson .Paak, you missed the bus. Coming up later, we got some Jeff Lorber and a little something for the ballroomers out there. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Is it just me, or does it seem like everything is being blamed on COVID-19? Every restaurant is shorthanded. Okay, I get that. I get it, okay? But why are a lot of things missing from the menu? I'm going to give you an example. I like Outback, and they used to have something called the Porterhouse Pork Chop. This cut of meat was like this thick. And for those of you who can't see what I'm doing, if you're driving and listening, it's about 1.5 inches thick cut of meat, the white meat, the pork chop. And it's about almost 6 inches in diameter. I mean, and you can eat half and take it home with you and throw it in the microwave, and it stays juicy. Excuse me. And it stays juicy. And the thing I went to right after COVID, all right, it wasn't there. And I was like, COVID? It was like, yeah, man, they took some things off the menu. But they didn't take those $50 steaks off the menu, which is what they're known for, so what I ended up getting, a steak that I didn't really want. And I'm noticing more and more. I went to P.F. Chang's over the weekend, and one of the popular items on their menu, the lobster something or other, it's gone. So now, I didn't know that lobsters could catch COVID. I didn't know that. Let me turn this down, because this is something we really need to share with you guys. I didn't know lobsters and pigs and all that could catch COVID, and if it did, it'd get into their muscle tissue, so that made it dangerous to be served. It might be me. It just might be me. I'm not sure, but it seems like everything is getting blamed on COVID. It's affecting, like, gas is up in Michigan. We're going to blame that one on COVID. There's a power shortage, around town where your power keeps cutting off. We're blaming that one on COVID. Oh, yeah, those flooded basements that you experienced in Dearborn, blame that on COVID, too, because we're blaming it for everything. We're blaming COVID, everything on COVID, instead of blaming the company that created, which conveniently has been kept out of the news. Don't you just love that? I mean, when you think about it, you never knew. All right, you knew it was created by a guy in a lab who incidentally conveniently died. Not conveniently died, but he died. And then you never heard the name of the company. They kept the name of the company that by which it came out of the news. You cannot Google it. I have tried. Can anybody tell me what the name of the company that this guy was working at? Tell me the name of the company where COVID-19 was discovered and where it escaped from and that sort of deal. I'm willing to bet the reason why that you don't hear that information is because there are ties to the United States there. Even though it may have occurred in Japan or China, there's a tie. There's some guys here in America, probably congressmen, probably senators, that own stock in that company. And they kept it out of the news. Isn't that interesting? Or does no one find this interesting but me? I want to know what company created this. What company paid this guy to create a virus that is designed to kill people, because that's all it's done, and that's all it is designed to do. This was not created for the betterment of mankind. It was created to kill people. I just want to know. And why they so conveniently kept the name of the company or the lab. You heard about Pfizer. You heard about, Johnson & Johnson. You heard about, what's that the other vaccine company. You heard about those first thing. We got a virus. What is it? Yeah, Moderna. Yeah, it was Moderna. You heard about all of those. Those are the people who made the vaccine. What's the name of the company that created the virus itself? I'm seeing some numbers come up here. I'm seeing numbers, yeah. People are listening to what I'm saying right now. They're like, damn, Don, that's a damn good question. You damn skippy it is. Yeah, I've got a little scratchy throat, guys. That's why I'm drinking tea. And I know I ain't got that. It strikes me as fascinating that no one came up with that question. That what the hell? Where we know where it came from. We know that one guy that created it, not convenient for him, I'm sure, but conveniently passed away because they knew that if the news or the media got to him, they would find out what the name of the company was that he worked for. This stuff slides by a lot of people. It did not get by me. I've been asking this question for the past couple of months. Nobody seems to have an answer. And nobody in Washington gonna give us one. Because that company is still in operation. That company is still making money, still probably making germs and viruses. We just got to put some tape on the windows, guys, so it don't seep out next time. That's what's going on. You guys need to ask these questions. If you don't, I'll ask them for you, but y'all got to back it up. Y'all better, if we don't do some research and find out what the name of the company was, how can they truly be held accountable for what's happened, what the COVID-19 virus has done? That company needs to be held accountable. And it must be a biggie because they damn sure hid the name of everybody that was involved. They quickly moved on to Donald Trumpism and Joe Bidenism and what he isn't doing. They went from talking about COVID-19 to look at all the Mexicans coming in the border. Okay? And like I said last week, how dare this country talk about those people coming in when you have a statue? Number one, we are all immigrants. Number two, there's a statue in New York Harbor with a baseline that reads, bring me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to live free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send them to me. That is at the base of the Statue of Liberty. That means anybody who wants to come here and be free, come on, we got your back. Now they trying to get in to be free, get away from the cartel and all the rest of that nonsense and corruption in Mexico. And what do? We said, no, y'all can't come in here. Y'all bringing drugs and cocaine and weed and stuff. When did we turn so high and mighty? When did we get on our high horse as a country and turn around and say that somebody else can't come here when in actuality we didn't come from here either? I'm just giving it to you real. My name is Don Allen. This is the Rise and Grind Morning Show, and yeah, I'm on a rant this morning. I'm sorry, I didn't plan on going to it. Our main topic for today, I saw a woman going through security at the airport the other day, and she was with her young son, and he had his little toy car with him. Good-looking kid, good-looking young woman, well-dressed. Little boy had his little Jordans on, which is a question to me. I never put Jordans on a little boy that young. But that's a different story. When it came time to put the toy inside the X-ray, he put up a fight, as kids do. I get it. He's a kid. All right. But he put the fight up to a point where he was actually hitting, slapping, and kicking his mom and screaming and hollering like, this was, the end-all, be-all of life. Now, I didn't say anything, which is rare. Y'all, if those of you who know me know that I would normally say something, but I didn't. Ain't my circus, ain't my monkeys. I stayed in my lane. But the older black woman who was in a wheelchair standing 4 feet behind her, and I know she spoke loud enough because she was looking at me. I was like, And she was like, when my babies were that, I whip that ass. Those were her exact words, and I quote, okay? And she said what my mom would have said, probably what my mom would have done, and if Janice is listening, she knows this to be true. He needs his ass whipped. And surprisingly, here's the fun fact. A lot of other people chimed in. And excuse me. A lot of other people chimed in. All races, black, white, Latino, they all agreed that this little boy needed his behind whipped. He was performing that bad, where, he was kicking at her, and she picked him up, and he kicked her in the stomach and in the chest and was slapping at her. And I was like, oh no, this ain't right. But I really wanted to say something, but I did not. So I stayed in my lane. My question is, do you agree? Does spanking or whipping a child really help? It helped me like a mug. It helped me know that if I acted like a damn fool, my mom was no problem. We will perform together. We'll make it up. Good morning, G. How you doing, my brother? Does spanking a child really help? And G, you got kids. G, you work with kids. G, does spanking a child actually help when it comes to rearing the child? I'll wait for this because I know G gonna come up with something. In the meantime, I was watching Dave Chappelle, and he right at the end of his show, he said he quoted something, and I have to share it with you guys. He said, "Empathy. It is not black, white, or white. It is not gay. Empathy is bisexual, and it must go both ways." Carolyn said, yes, whooping a child does help, and I agree wholeheartedly. You want to act a fool. A child will not. A couple of things happen when you whip a child. I'm not saying beat the child into oblivion, but you got to put some warmth on that bottom every now and then, because this child does not know right from wrong. And even in situations where he does know right from wrong, he still need to be that reinforcement needs to be there to remind said child, you just keep screwing up, I'm gonna tap that ass every time you do. And eventually, if the child doesn't get it, you got to take the kid away. I mean, certain kids don't get it. All right, I'm just saying. But whipping a child or spanking a child or punishing a child is a necessary thing. I mean, a child standing by a stove, he sees something glowing, and he goes to touch it, and you pop that little hand. Get away from that. That's gonna burn. That's bad. No. See, you have to teach your kids the definition of the word no, bad. Here it come Janae. Here we go, baby. So many kids are autistic now, so I try not to assume the child is simply bad. I have friends with autistic children, and this typical behavior when they're high on the spectrum. And I agree with you. You have to determine whether the child has some sort of challenge. If he is autistic, taking the toy is a trigger. Okay, but if the child is not autistic, if there's nothing wrong with it, and I got to be frank. Let me read what G said. It does, but if you don't teach as well, then you're taking your own anger out on the child. Okay, I get that. Okay, if your child is not autistic, let's assume the child is not autistic. The child is just spoiled, and he used to getting his way, getting what he want. That's that. Now, does spanking that child help? If you don't spank that child, and from my point of view, my humble point of view, when that child turns 17, 18, that child is going to spank you. So I'm just saying. But if a child has been, professionally stated that the child has autism and things of that nature, then you have to try a different approach. I get it. I do. You can't just say a kid is bad, but let's keep it real. And a lot of y'all are a lot younger than me. There was no autism, I say 50 years ago. There wasn't no autism 55 years ago. Kid was bad, kid was good. Kid was bad, he got his ass whipped. And bad kid turned good. Go figure. Okay? So, I mean, when did autism come into the thing? Is it something that we've been breathing? Is it something that we've been feeding ourselves? Autism just showed up 20 years ago. Okay? No, there have been mentally challenged children, and I'm not going to use the R word. So there are people who are mentally challenged back then, and it was really evident. But there are the other people, other individuals who were just badasses, and now they get labeled as autistic. Okay. There's also Asperger's syndrome. Yeah, I'm familiar with Asperger's syndrome as well. A person with Asperger's, where you may feel that they're not paying attention to you, they're, actually, you can be talking to them and they'll be doing this, looking off at the ceiling. And when you question them, they'll repeat everything you said verbatim. Can you turn that down, please? Oh, that's my song. I'm sorry. But there is Asperger's syndrome, and it's very closely related with autism. And it's not. There is a difference, a distinct difference. So, and children with Asperger's syndrome are highly intelligent. I mean, what was the movie with Tom Cruise and where his brother was autistic, and he could drop a bunch of matches on the floor and he glanced down and told you how many matches were there. It's a fascinating, it's a fine line you have to deal with. But I mean, and another thing is, are these resources available to these young parents who have these children to find out if these children do indeed have Asperger's syndrome? Or, there was autism. Here we go. Come on, Janae, give it to me. There was autism. They just didn't have a name for it, and in cases weren't high. I know people in their 40s who have recently been diagnosed. Hell, I might have it for all we know. I mean, and I don't mean to be joking about it. It's not funny. But what do you do when a kid is flat out bad, just spoiled? And is this a natural phenomenon? Is autism a natural thing? Has enough studies been done on it to find out if this is a natural occurrence? A lot OD. Ooh, scary. But autism is a challenge for a lot of people, and my prayers go out to them. I wish I knew more about it, and fortunately, no one near in my circle or any of their children, suffer from this, or Asperger's. I don't think. If I do, I'm sympathetic to that. I'm always willing to help wherever I can. I do research. I have no problem with reading books, In actuality, they were on the spectrum. A lot of people were labeled just bad. Okay. Understandably. And, Janae took the words right off my fingertips. Is that where they was at? Now, when you mention the word spectrum, you say in actuality, they were on the spectrum. When speaking of autism and Asperger's, what spectrum is this? Is it like a borderline autistic, borderline bad, or borderline Asperger's, or what is it? See, now you're throwing words at me like spectrum, and certain people flat out are just plain bad people, and thank God we got jails for some of those people. But I'm sure there are people who are locked up who are suffering from this mental challenge. So, and we just need to take a closer look. I think closing hospitals where these people were receiving assistance, closing them down was a bad idea. Oh, so the spectrum goes from low to high. Oh, okay. So it's like gauging it. Okay, I get it. Excuse me. I mean, I've been running my mouth all weekend long on a microphone. Nowadays, that spectrum is so huge, almost anyone can be on it. Wow. Then that spectrum needs to be brought into a focus or range where we can make a better determination of who has what and to what degree they have it. We're going to come back to this. It is 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. I still got a whole list of folks that I got to give shout out to. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be insensitive to those with Asperger's. We done. Cassandra, Faye, Patrick, hold on. I'm going to get to you because Cassie. Some people are high functioning and they can lead normal lives. Others not so much. Cassie, good morning. My mom or dads know when and how to take their children with autism out. I work with kids and families and have family members with autism. It's hard. We work hard to catch it early. Okay. And good morning. Good morning, Cassandra Faye. I'm picking up where I left off with the list. People who are at the Fall Fest Marketplace. Chair massages throughout the day. Henna tattoos throughout the day. Massage health benefits. I mentioned Love Raw Juice. Legal Shield awareness. The Hula Fit Nation was there, and they got their groove on. And I was going to get out there, but I wasn't going to make a fool out of myself. Young Living Essential Oils was there. Raw Foods Benefits was there. CBD Healthy Benefits. Melaleuca Health Products were there. And they had a raffle drawing. Event Decorating and Design was there. Penny loves Zumba Fitness. I think I mentioned them earlier. And they had some information on emergency survival information. Also, got to send shouts out to the Gospel Music Cafe. My good friend Lonnie over there. Went to high school with her. And I heard they're doing some real good things over there on Living Woods on the Avenue of Passion, which is right around the corner from where we were at. Guys, I want you to be sure and join me. Well, thank you so much, Cassandra, and Mom and Dad. Thank you so much for listening in. A lot of people are having problems finding us. If one more person asks me, where y'all at on the dial, I'm going to slap the hell out of them. No, I'm not. Grab their phone. We are still doing the Let Me See Your Phone campaign, especially if they have an Android. If they have an Android, say, let me see your phone. Go to Google and go WJZD Radio. Go to your Play Store. My bad. Go to the Play Store and type in WJZD Radio. 2 words. It will show you that logo right there. It'll show you that logo. Click it, load it, open it. You own like Tyrone and the Hailstone. Uh-oh, here come G. Let's see, what did you say, G? If you remember the movie Radio, he was autistic during the time when the term autistic was created then. Very true. Oh, and I do vaguely remember Cuba Gooding Jr. His name is not Cuba. It is Cuba, okay? He said it. I didn't. So we want you guys to grab somebody's cell phone today, especially if it's an Android, and go to their Play Store, put in WJZD Radio, just WJZD Radio, 2 words. Load it up for them. That way they can always find us. That way they can get some of this goodness as well. If you haven't noticed, we are playing the new political spot for Janice Winfrey, our city clerk. Looking forward. We want you to get out there November 2nd to vote. Be sure, and when you see her name, click on it. Don't go on what you heard. Go on what you know. She been there since 2005, doing a good job. Every time they need stuff in the voting with the machines and stuff, she on top of her game. So, mad shouts out to her. Let's see, what else? What else I got to cover? What else? Huh? I think I covered everything. Yeah, we covered about P.F. Chang's and, our main topic for today. Guys, it's been great. It's been real. It is 6 minutes before the top of the hour. Stay with us. The music's going to continue. When I cut the mic off, the camera is going to cut off. So, but you can listen all day. Just go to WJZD Radio in your Android, or you can go to Alexa. Say, Alexa, play WJZD Radio Detroit. She'll do it. Okay? I'm Don Allen. We'll see you on Wednesday. Make it a great day on purpose. Be better today than you were yesterday, and that's going to be hard because you were the bomb yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Make it a good day, and to make each and every day count, remember, we are WJZD Radio Detroit.com.